All right, I got a question for all the guys out there that fancy themselves knowledgeable about small engines. I have a Honda GX 390 13 horsepower motor. We're having a problem with the motor. Let's see if one of you guys can let me know what it is. The motor starts fine. It runs fine. It runs for about a minute to 3 minutes, and then it just shuts off all on its own. It's not overheating. The oil level is correct in the motor. The oil has been recently changed. The fuel has been completely flushed. The spark plug is correctly gapped and not fouled. The carburetor is a brand new carburetor. And yes, it was doing this stuff before we put the new carburetor on it. That's why it got a brand new carburetor. I am not a small engine guy, and I have exhausted all of the troubleshooting skills that I have. So anybody that could offer me any help on how to fix this shit, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
What's up, James? More Medic 1 here. I've ran into this several times on these Honda engines. There's a few things that you can actually check. On the back of that motor is a little quick disconnect. Disconnect the oil sentry unit. Be sure the engine's full of oil. You said it already is, but disconnect the oil sentry unit and run that engine and see if it will run past your minute to 3 minute mark. It should run indefinitely. I mean, it could be something as simple as the wire that runs to the ignition coil behind that blower shroud. Disconnect the wire from the coil and restart it and see if it runs, more than 3 minutes. If the engine still dies whenever you have the coil wire disconnected, you could have a bad coil. It could be getting hot and the windings could be breaking down inside the coil. But I just don't see coils go bad on these Hondas. Now, if it was a Briggs & Stratton, that's another story. Okay, back to the oil sentry unit. If you unplug it and the engine continues to run past your 3 minute marker indefinitely, then you know your oil sentry unit inside the engine block is starting to fail. It's just a little electro, it's basically literally a float in there that will get gummed up with, just contaminants from running the engine, little metal fragments. I don't know how good you are on your maintenance, but dirty oil will foul that little sentry unit up. And whenever you change the oil, it breaks free for a little while, and sometimes the engine vibration in the truck, your vehicle running down the road, it just wreaks havoc. Make absolutely sure you have your carburetor gaskets on correctly, because if they're not, they won't let the carburetor vent. I'd love to see a follow-up video on this if you could possibly make one. This is interesting. I don't post a whole lot of small engine content to TikTok, but if you really want to see some of my better content, go to YouTube, The Mower Medic 1. And lastly, the fuel line from the carburetor to the gas tank, where it hooks to the gas tank, that's an actual ass fuel filter. And if you're not getting enough fuel flow to the carburetor, it could be running until the carburetor runs out of gas. If you haven't gone and checked out Well and Septic Life on the TikTok and on YouTube, I'll put descriptions in both of his channels below, and I'll pin it in the comments. This guy is absolutely fun to watch. He's hilarious, and he is no BS, and he tells it like it is in his line of work. The septic field is crazy. You wouldn't believe some of the stories he tells. Go subscribe right now. Y'all have a good day.